All right, dude, we are live. What's up, guys? This is Dem Keys, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a short stream. Also, one of the more quieter streams, because reasons. I was actually supposed to start the stream a lot earlier, but well, I got busy. Actually, okay, dude, also today we're probably not going to be doing too much in terms of, what do you call it? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be doing any like research at all, any Tamil studies at all. For the most part, what I wanted to do is just yap a little bit, because I became late to start the stream, and so I don't really have too much time. But between yesterday and today, so I haven't made any progress, learning wise between yesterday and today. However, um, I did play games, which is rare for me, so I'm happy about that. I continued playing Metro 2033 Redux. I made a bit of progress there. What I'm doing with Metro is I'm taking the easy route. I'm not really getting way too sucked into it. I'm doing this thing where I'll do small sections, and as I complete each of those sections and the checkpoint gets saved, I'll just close the game. So that's enough progress for that day. I'll close the game after that. Now, I made a bit of progress in Metro, and that was great. I closed the game, and then I was looking at some of the other games that I have. First, I tried installing, I think it's called Kane and Lynch. Yeah, I think it's called Kane and Lynch 2. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look at the name again. I bought this game years ago as part of like a Steam sale, and I wanted to see if I would be able to play it with the Xbox controller. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to play it with the controller. However, I believe the game does work on my machine. I don't remember exactly if like how I discovered that. Oh, I think I clicked on like the store page or something like that. Give me a second. Okay, so um I haven't explored um I haven't explored Kane and Lynch all that much. Metro, I've been having fun with it. I've kept all of the graphics settings low, and I'm still getting used to doing FPS style combat with a joystick, but I'm slowly getting a hang of it. Fortunately, so far there's a lot of chill stuff going on. There's a lot of like interaction as well that you can do, a lot of exploration that you can do within the game. So I'm taking my time and exploring everything, every single place that every single new place that I land in. I usually go around exploring everything, reading everything. There are like notes that you can discover. The notes contain essentially lore in a way, so it gives you a tiny bit of uh, some of the backstory of what happened in the past. Yeah, it's I'm having fun so far. It's running decently on my machine. Now, here's the interesting thing. Yesterday, after I decided to not start up Kane and Lynch, I decided to give Stardew Valley another try. Okay, now here's the interesting thing with Stardew Valley. Initially, when I had installed the game and ran it, the UI was really small. Even like when you click new game and it brings up the character creation screen, even all of that was small. Not like super, super small, but like it was small enough that I knew that if I have to play the entire game with this small of a UI, it's going to be very strenuous on my eyes. So I didn't want to do that. But then yesterday I was like, okay, let's give it a try. Let's see if I'm able to improve the situation at all. And after I finished creating the character and we went through the initial like cutscenes and stuff, there's a whole bunch of like, backstory going on. Once we got into the gameplay, once we words, once we got into the actual like gameplay where I'm able to move the character around, I started exploring the options menu, and that's where I noticed there was a UI scale option and a zoom option. Somehow, either I missed it before starting the new game, like when we were in the main menu, or these options just didn't exist in the main menu at all. I don't know which one of the two it is, but that's what was happening. Um, I just didn't notice the UI scale or the zoom option. There are two different options. One is UI scale and one is zoom. Zoom is more um, the zoom is more of the because like the game has like a not top down, but in a way, a top down view. So zoom is mainly zooming that view in. It has very little to do with UI. In fact, I don't think it changes the UI at all. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to check. UI scale though definitely changes the UI. You can increase or decrease the UI. Another thing that I noticed was um, I was not able to set the resolution because the window mode, I think it is, the window mode was set to window windowed bordered or windowed borderless, I think. And for some reason in that mode I cannot change the resolution, and the resolution had been set to 3000 something for whatever reason, 3000 by whatever thousand. It was a high resolution. I was surprised by that. So I changed the window mode. First, I mainly just played around with the UI scale and the zoom. But then after some time of doing that, I was like, okay, maybe it'll be lighter on my system if I even reduce the resolution. So then I changed the window mode. I changed it to full screen, and then I got the option to change the resolution. I have no idea what was going on there, but that's how it was. So I then got the option to change the resolution, and I took the resolution down to 1280 by 760 or 768 or something like that. And so further from that point, I didn't really have to even zoom all that much. I didn't have to zoom. I didn't have to scale the UI. Maybe I still decided to scale it like just a tiny bit, just for my comfort, just for my um, just for my what do I even call that? It's just something. What's the word I'm looking for? Just for my taste, basically. Just that's what I'm trying to say. I scaled up the UI a tiny bit, zoomed in a tiny bit, just for my scale, just for my taste, and sorry, zoned out. Yeah, okay. So once that was done, I was able to play the game, and dude, let me tell you, holy shit, Stardew Valley is a work of art. It is amazing. It is just wow. This is an amazingly made game. I've barely I've barely explored like the depths of it. There's still like so much to explore in this game. There's so many intricate details. There's so many different activities that you could be doing, different ways to like earn money, different ways to progress in like whatever the storyline is supposed to be. It is wow. It is crazy. I've been enjoying playing that game. I started playing the game yesterday officially, and so far I've got, I would say, easily 8 hours logged in the game. I think so, because even today, even today I started up the game, and that's kind of why I became late for the stream as well. Today I started up the words. Today I started up the game, and I ended up playing for like, I don't know, 2, 3 hours. Dude, the game is amazing. It's what a game, and it is super super. It's great for like if you're looking for chill kind of game. It's essentially my type of game, and I love the fact that I'm able to play it with the joystick. That is definitely something big for me. And another, I feel like another reason why I really liked it is because I'm slowly getting ideas for similar types of games that I want to make. Not exactly like a one-to-one copy of Stardew Valley. That's not what I'm aiming for. But I like these kinds of games um, where you can craft things, where you can collect, you can farm things, and then there's the social aspect as well. There's different types of activities that you can do. There's different ways to progress in the story, but it's very that there's a very technical aspect to it. Like if you want to farm, for example, um, sorry, zoned out. If you wanna farm, you have to first till the soil because not all of the land that you're on is going to be ready for sowing seeds. You also need seeds. So, like, initially, you're given a couple of seeds, which is great. You then plant the seeds. First, you have to till the soil. So, they give you a hoe, I believe it's called. They give you a hoe for that. And you till the soil. You can then sow the seeds, and then you're given a watering can which has limited water, by the way, so you have to keep going back and like you have to keep going to like a nearby water source and filling up the can. But yeah, you use your watering can to water your you know seeds that you've just sown. And then there's also like you have your energy level. There's also the time is continuously moving. So something I noticed is that you can't really do the night owl kind of thing, the nocturnal person kind of thing. I guess that's for the best because the nocturnal person kind of thing would very much discourage a lot of the social aspects of the game because there's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's a lot of stuff that happens in like maybe if there's a festival taking place and there's a celebration in the town square, or if there's somebody that you have to go and meet in their place of business or place of work. um, a lot of these places are going to be closed past a certain time, right? And in general, what the game does is you have your energy level which goes down throughout the day as you're doing activity. And if you have been doing heavy activity at an earlier level, I believe your energy level also increases as your level increases. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm not entirely sure. It should though. I feel like it should. Anyways, so throughout the day as you're doing activities, depending on the kinds of activities that you're doing, your energy is going to start to drain. And whenever you notice your energy has completely drained, um, you have to go home and sleep in your bed. Because if you let your energy bar go empty, then you're going to fall unconscious, and um, somebody is gonna you'll basically then wake up in your bed. And later on when you go and check your mail, you have a mailbox as well. When you go and check your mail, somebody is going to be like, or there'll be a letter in there. I've had it happen 2 times so far. The first time was because I didn't know, and the second time was I think I just got stuck in a bad position, and I was far away from home. The first time that it happened, somebody, I think I ended up at the doctor's clinic, and the dude charged me 50 gold for it. So just like that, 50 gold out of the 500 gold that I was given, it was just deducted. I was like, holy shit. I just started the game and I already got charged for nothing. Um, and the second time that it happened, someone actually robbed me, which was crazy. So the second time that it happened, um, I woke up in my bed and I went and checked my mail, and somebody was like, I don't remember if I checked my mail for that or some in some other way I'd gotten the message. I don't know if someone was at my doorstep. I think it was a mail. Anyways, whoever it was, they said that they found me in they found me in the woods where I was where I'd uh, where I'd fallen unconscious, and they noticed somebody was going through my pockets. So they don't know if someone took something, but anyways, they rescued me and brought me back home. So I lost, I think, 45 gold there. I don't remember. But yeah, there's a lot of very interesting aspects to this game. There's a lot of very interesting game mechanics going on, a lot of different activities that you can do. You're not limited to just one thing. You can pick what you like doing. There's also, if I would have followed the quest line, there was one thing that it took me a while to actually get to it. But here's the interesting thing: even though it took me a while to get to that specific thing, I was still able to progress with the story. So what happened is, in the beginning, the you get a couple of like different quests in your journal. There's a bunch of journal entries and there's quests there. Each time you complete a quest, you'll get a reward. And one of the things was to go and meet. I'd been invited by someone to go and meet them at the beach before 5 p.m. And I usually would just end up forgetting about it, or each time I remembered, it would already be past 5 p.m., so I wouldn't be able to go and meet them. Finally, after being well into the game, and this is the crazy thing, because this invitation that I was getting was from a fisherman who was going to teach me fishing and give me a fishing rod. Well, give me a I don't think he taught me fishing. He just told me about fishing, and he's a fisherman himself, or a sailor or something like that. And he gave me his old fishing rod, and then I was able to start fishing. But this was like when I was well into the game. I'd already done a bunch of other activities. I'd progressed a lot in terms of farming. I'd done like quite a few activities in the game. Then I discovered fishing. But the thing is, this is something I should have discovered at the very beginning of the game. And this quest was given to me at the very beginning of the game. I just kept forgetting about it, and somehow, despite that, it didn't really hinder any of my gaming experience. That's what I liked about this game, is that it doesn't force you to do things. It doesn't like box you in. Um, it doesn't like lock you into a specific path. There's still like a storyline sort of to follow, but it doesn't like lock you into a specific path. In fact, I'm not necessarily even sure if there is like a fixed, very strict storyline to follow. I think to a certain extent there is, but the way that it's been designed, it gives you a lot of freedom to, roam around and do a bunch of other things and just um, progress through the storyline at your own pace. It gives you the option to do that, which I like, because that makes it a very chill game where you can just keep doing your own thing. Um, but yeah, dude, I've been enjoying playing that game. I do need to get back to doing the work. I don't want to get too sucked into Stardew Valley. As amazing as the game is, I need to keep a limit to it. I also need to make sure that I'm making progress in Metro. So now I have two of these games that I'm juggling, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to at some point like pause one of the games, because I don't want there to be a situation where, oh, sorry, I accidentally hit my pop filter. Okay, I don't want there to be a situation where I leave the game for a couple of weeks to complete let's say Metro. I leave Stardew Valley for a couple of weeks to complete Metro, but I'm doing Metro at my own pace as well. I'm not like rushing to finish the game. And then when I get back to Stardew Valley, it's like I don't remember anything anymore. And then I have to like restart the game just so I can relearn everything. But then I lose my progress and I have to like restart everything from the beginning. And like I don't want to do that. That being said, I mean, I feel like with Stardew Valley, I believe there is like a replayability value in the game. I believe there is like that kind of there is replayability in the game. Sorry, zoned out. There is replayability. I believe there is replayability in the game. I haven't like looked into it. I don't know if when we restart the game, do we end up in like the same town or is there a different town? I need to talk to Gemini about like what's different, what's special about this game, and is there replayability value in it? Is there like a procedurally generated aspect? Is there like lots of procedural generation going on? Because that would be great as well. Like that's amazing. Dude, the game has very well designed systems. I'll tell you that. I'm slowly exploring all the various things that are within this game, and it's got really well designed systems. And I kind of want to make these kinds of systems in, whatever game I work on in the future. Of course, as a first game, I'm definitely not going to be trying to, make Stardew Valley. But as I mentioned before, I really don't want to remake the game. That's not my aim. I just enjoy games where you have systems to build and craft things and set things up and put things together. You have like problem solving aspects of the game. You have like puzzles in the game, but mainly I like the problem solving and building things, crafting things, exploring, discovering things. So any game that I work on in the future, I would like for it to be, that kind of game. Maybe the game might not have I'm talking about my game, not Stardew Valley. Maybe my game might not have the best aesthetics, but as a programmer, I would very much like for the game to have just amazing, highly detailed, uh, very intricate systems running within the game that people can still enjoy, even without very flashy graphics. Um, if the game has very intricate game mechanics, very sophisticated systems running within it for various things, whatever it may be. Maybe it's battle mechanics, maybe it's crafting mechanics, maybe it's I don't know problem solving, building mechanics, or whatever. If the game has those kinds of systems well built, then even with very basic graphics, you can make a pretty decent, pretty addictive game, and that's what I'm aiming for. And I feel like I'm in a special position here because I mean I started learning Godot with Rust. I didn't really like we paused it at one point. Maybe we'll get back to it at some point later on because I do want to currently my focus is to finish whatever I was trying to learn with Git. For the most part, we are almost done. It's just that uh, I have to properly explore all of the branching related stuff and more specifically remote branching related stuff. So like merging remote branches, pushing remote branches, and how all of that stuff work, how remote tracking branches work. I need to explore all of that. Once I get a proper understanding of that, I'll be a lot more comfortable doing a lot of Git related stuff. And then I can continue with the projects that I have lined up, the projects that I'm supposed to be working on, and also the studies that we're supposed to be doing. Hold on. I'm glad that I have this list set up. Um, oh, here, let me do Metro 2033 Redux, and Stardew Valley, because I want to talk about both of these things. Now, I have these topics to talk about. I don't want the vlog to end up being way too long, though. Maybe I'll like split it up. I'll do one or two topics in the next vlog. Dude, I could have recorded a vlog today, but then I got too sucked into Stardew Valley, and because I mean it's a good game, dude. I'm having a great time playing the game, so I'm not complaining. But I do need to remember to keep a limit to it. Okay, so our topics here are, oh, we still need to get back to the West term thing. I need to understand multiplexing in West term. I need to finish that as well so I can actually start doing multiplexing in Westterm. So far, I haven't touched multiplexing in Westterm. I'm mainly using tmux, and I mean things are working fine except for a few small hitches here and there. Things are working pretty decently, and doing stuff within tmux has its own benefits. Definitely, it has its own benefits. It keeps things, at the very least, it keeps things in sort of a container because I'm doing stuff. It ends up being a lot simpler in that, okay, if I'm on a remote machine, let's say I'm on this laptop on which I'm streaming from right now, um, and on this laptop I have Ubuntu. I booted up into Ubuntu. I've loaded up what do you call it? I've loaded up Westterm, and within Westterm I have a couple of tabs open, right? None of them have anything to do with SSH except one. One tab, I use it to SSH uh, into my other machine where I'm hosting the tmux sessions. So all of those sessions are running on the other machine. They're not running on this laptop, but I'm able to SSH into that machine, and then um, what do you call it? Oh, and then attach to the tmux session. This is just a workflow that I've been used to for close to, what's it been, a couple of months now. I think I was about to say close to a year, but yeah, no, I think it's been close to a year, dude. I don't remember. I think so. I think it's been close to a year, because I didn't start all of this like, I'm trying to remember when I started my terminal based workflow journey, and I can't seem to remember. I don't think it was in 2026. I think it was back in 2025. I think so. Either way, where was I going with this? I think I was talking about how it's been this way ever since I got into doing terminal stuff. I've just gotten used to the tmux thing. Um, so like I SSH into the other machine, and then I can attach to the tmux session, and right there I have all of my I have, within that session, I have all of the tmux windows. And if I want, I can open up a new Westterm tab, SSH again, and this time attach to a different tmux session. And now I have two different sort of containers containing multiple different tmux windows. I'm used to that. I'm used to that workflow. Um, Now I just need to get used to the Westterm way of doing things, because at least from my understanding, Westterm allows you to open up those windows natively within your Westterm instance. But they'll still be running over SSH. It's just that they'll show up as native windows, which is very interesting when you think about it. Or, well, maybe it's not interesting to others, but it's interesting to me. It'll be interesting to explore multiplexing in that way, because like tabs opening up as, native tabs, that's something I'm not used to when working over SSH. When working over SSH, all I've ever done is tmux, and in tmux they kind of show you like what we are calling tabs. They would be considered tmux windows. So there's this tmux window, I can go to the next window, that's this tmux window, and so on and so forth. All of these windows, all of these tmux windows are within one tmux session, which is um, this. So you can see it says other laptop 41 windows attached. That's because I'm currently attached to this tmux session. Another tmux session is other desktop. Another one is lerobot ipython, which quite frankly, I might as well close it at this point because I haven't touched that in ages. I have another one. It's either up or down. Yeah, temp rust learning. That's another one that I have. Um, that is the session that you guys see up. So that's the session where you guys are seeing the Python interpreter running right now. Let me do print hello world. Yeah. Um, so that's the temp Rust learning session. And then there's also this session called Stream Desktop, I believe. Yeah, Stream Desktop. That's another session as well. Um, but yeah, this is how tmux kind of groups the different tmux windows into multiple sessions, and you can attach to whichever session you want. This is the kind of workflow that I've been used to for a while, and I mean it works great in WesTerm, but I've heard a bunch of other people also recommending to switch to WesTerm's workflow because I don't have too many reasons why I would not want to switch to that workflow. I don't have anything very specific that would keep me here. But the thing is, I also don't know anything about WesTerm's multiplexing workflow, specifically SSH multiplexing workflow. I don't know too much about it to be able to make this judgment that the tmux workflow is better or the western workflow is better. So I guess I'm going to have to find out. And if in the process of switching I have to make a few tiny changes to my workflow, or if I have to just be okay with certain changes happening or certain things being there or certain things not being there, I can make adjustments. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Now, um unfortunately, I do have to end the stream. This is a very short stream today. That's completely on me. I got carried away playing Stardew Valley, and the best part is I'm playing it on Linux, so I'm enjoying that as well. It is working amazingly. It is just, dude, wow. Okay, but yeah, it's gonna be a short stream today. Um, hopefully tomorrow I'll start up the stream earlier, and then we can get a lot more done. Actually, after today's stream, I think I'm gonna finish with the whole Toml thing. And then after that, I add Toml here? Let's add Toml so I don't forget it. Right now, this is at the top. I'll finish learning the Toml thing. I kind of got distracted because of oh, I forgot that I jumped around. Um, which one? This one. Um, I kind of got distracted by, trying to understand understand exactly what the Tamil string is being converted to and how I would go about reproducing this kind of behavior. I still have like one or two questions that I want to ask Gemini regarding this, but after that I'm good to move on. The whole point of trying to do this serialization from Tamil to JSON, so let's just say translation from Tamil to JSON, the whole reason for doing this in the first place was because I wanted to learn. Oh, Give me a second. Just a second. I accidentally hit something that I shouldn't have hit, and that's why you guys are seeing the thing kind of squished right now because more windows opened up. Um, Hold on. I need to close this. Okay, exit that and exit that. Okay, right. So the whole reason I wanted to translate from Tamil to JSON was so I could see what my Tamil is being converted into. And I think I should just leave it at that. I shouldn't try digging too deep into the CRD thing because while I do want to learn and understand about CRD, I don't want to get too sucked into it to where I'm spending more time on this than I should be spending. But I do want to get an understanding of it though. Like that's the thing. I don't want to just let it go. And that's what's taking me some time, mostly because I keep getting distracted. I guess I'll continue with this. I'll after today's stream, I'll continue my conversation with Gemini, ask all of my questions, satisfy my curiosities about this, and then I'll finish learning Tamil. I'll go through the specs and see what all is missing, what all is remaining for me to finish off. Um, I think for the most part we should be done because we are already at like table. I have to look into what inline table is, but like we've covered array, we've covered table. Um, I think inline table might be like a nested tables kind of situation. I'm not sure. Hold on. Inline tables provide a more compact syntax for express. Wait, this is Tamil as well? No, this is Tamil. This might just be JSON. Yeah, I think so. The above Tamil maps to. Oh yeah, yeah. It's just JSON. It's not. It's not. That wasn't Tamil. This is Tamil, and also this is Tamil. So yeah, okay. I need to look into this. I think I'll try my best to like finish off this entire thing before tomorrow's stream, and then tomorrow we can continue with Git branching and finish that off, and then get back to ESP32 things. We haven't done one of the breadcam streams in a while. I don't want to, you know, stray too far away from ESP32, especially now that we are making progress with it. I don't want to stray too far away. And also considering the nice journey that we had with PWM, that was great. That was a lot of fun. I should actually I should consider making like a blog post for that. Speaking of blog posts, I have not yet made a blog post about the Git objects thing. I should remember to make that more specifically a knowledge base entry, not necessarily a blog post, but like it's going to be when it does actually get translated to something that the Zola website can use, then it's going to be shown, I guess, as a blog post. I'm not sure. I kind of want to have a difference between knowledge base and blog post. Yeah, I kind of want to have a difference between the two. But the thing is, in terms of blogging, like saying what I've been up to, I would prefer to do that as a vlog rather than a blog. And now that I've started vlogging again, I feel like I can just stick with that instead of writing a blog post. Yeah, I'll leave the blog posts for anything that's, informative, anything that's educational, not for what I've been up to. Because what I've been up to is basically my vlog. In fact, I even named the vlog "What Did I Do?" That's what I've decided on as a name for the random vlogs. It's going to be "What Did I Do?" and the other one was going to be, I forgot what the other one was going to be. I had something in mind which was going to be like, I don't know, project adventures or adventures in making, adventures in building, I think. I think so. Adventures in building. And then it was going to be like, okay, adventures in building, colon, so and so project. Um, let's say, I don't know, mist maker, adventures in building, um, I don't know, misting system, adventures in building. Um, I keep going back to misting and watering plants and stuff like that. Let's say robotics, simple robot, uh, adventures in building, ESP32 CCTV camera, I guess. Stuff like that. But yeah, dude. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I hope you guys haven't. Oh shit! Accidentally hit my mouse, which hit the other mouse and made a loud sound. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see